Hey guys, so we are supposed to be studying isopods and their ecosystems right now, but we're not at school. So I'm trying my best to do some things that I know about so that you guys can have that experience the best we can. So what I have here are sea monkeys. And sea monkeys are something that my dad and I used to always get when I was little. And they're real life things that come in a package. So they're actually what's called brine shrimp. And so this is what they'll grow to look like. They are an isopod. But what we have to do is we have to get the water ready. So usually this comes with its own tank, but I guess I ordered the wrong one. Oh well. But it came with everything it comes with everything you need. Luckily I have a mason jar with a lid that I put holes in. Okay, so let's give me some instructions here. The first step is to add the water and the step 1 packet. This is water purifier, and it's for, I believe it's for 10 ounces of water. Yeah, water purifier for 10 ounces of water. Okay, so I used the side of my mason jar to measure out 10 ounces. And it says, empty this packet into the water of sea monkey aquarium or clean glass container. Stir in the powder. So this is just cleaning the water because the sea monkeys need they need pure water to hatch. I'm going to get a spoon. So now, I have to let this water sit for 24 hours before I can put the instant live eggs in. And then it also comes with their food, and this little scoop is how much food they get. So, it does take some time, and when they're first hatched, you probably won't be able to see them on the camera, but as they grow, you'll really be able to see them. And if we were in class, you'd be able to see the teeny tiny babies swimming around. So, anyways, come back in 24 hours and we'll put the eggs in. Okay, so it's been about 24 hours that my water has been purifying with the packet 1 for my sea monkeys. So now it's time for the fun part. Package 2 is instant live eggs. And if I look at the directions, it says, after following the instructions on packet 1, add instant live eggs to the prepared water and stir briefly. When added to the pure water, your sea monkey babies will hatch, and in some cases are so small that they may take up to 36 hours to grow large enough to see. So I'm going to take my packet of live eggs. I'm going to try to show you what they look like. So if I just look in here, it's just like a powder, but they're actually eggs, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting the water moving. I'm going to turn my camera down a little so y'all can see them go in. Okay. Stir briefly. Okay. And I can't see anything yet. Let the water kind of settle. going to be really hard to see right now. Let's see. I remember when I was little looking at them, it would take me a long time to focus. And what's cool is if you order it with the tank has little built-in magnifying glasses on the side, and it makes them easier to see. But right now I can't tell if what I see is just floaties or if it's actual sea monkeys. I remember when I would look at them when I was little, I could tell that they were moving because they would kind of jolt around in different directions. I could tell they were swimming even though they were super tiny. It's really hard to tell. I know it's kind of hard for you to see too. I'm going to give it one more little stir. Okay. So, now we wait. So my plan is to try and use my phone or computer or figure out the best way to show you guys these brine shrimp or sea monkeys as they get older. Because once they get bigger, like, you'll be able to see them easily. It's just they have to grow. And so maybe I'll check back in a couple days and see what they look like, and I'll take a video and add it to my page. Let's see about feeding them. I do remember in the directions it says that sunlight is the best thing for them. Like, they're going to grow faster if I put them in the sunlight. So I'm going to add them to my front table in the dining room where I have my other terrarium so that they're getting lots of sun. And then it also says to feed them every 5 days. Step 3 is every 5 days. And then add water if I need to, because we know from earth science that when water sits in the sun, just like in our classroom windowsill, what happened to that water that was in our cups? It evaporated. So I'll have to be adding more purified water if this gets below 10 ounces. And remember, my cup has these measurements on the side so I can see how much water is in there. So anyways, pretty exciting. I can't wait for you guys to see what they actually look like in real life. And I hope that we get to go back to our classroom so that you can see them in person. But that's all for now, guys. Bye. One more thing. I was just checking my handbook, or my little instructions, and it says that we should see babies in about 2 to 3 days based on the temperature. Like, my house is usually around 70 to 75 degrees, so it says 2 to 3 days. And then it also says that every day for the first 4 days I have to stir the water so that oxygen is getting into the water, because they are living and so they need oxygen. So I have to do that every day for the first 4 days, and then on day 5 I'll feed them for the first time. It also says to place my tank in a window so that it gets light but not direct sunlight, because algae will form if it doesn't get direct sunlight, and then the sea monkeys can eat the algae also. Feed them on day 5 after pouring in pouch 2. Use a small spoon to add food to the water. Feed sea monkeys only when the water is clear, because too much food will cause them to suffocate. And then it talks about evaporation, which we already knew. So anyways, so check back. I'm going to probably post my next video after day 4, or when I can start seeing the babies. Okay? Now, bye.